Okay, so quickly today I'm just going to show you some side plank variations that I use with my clients. I generally use these at the end of the session. They work really well after you've done main compound exercises. It's just a nice way to finish the session. Side planks, obviously different to normal plank or in prone position, or if you're doing any kind of core variety with deadlifts, etc. But the side plank, we're going to start with the basic side plank first. Okay, so this is your typical side plank. We've got an abducted side plank, so you can have the outside leg, okay, as an abduction as well. Okay, so now we've obviously started to bring in these muscles here, okay, the hips. All right. So these exercises, they're not necessarily there to develop muscle or build huge amounts of muscle. These are exercises that encourage us to use the muscles intrinsically, switching on the core, using the glutes, using the abs, using the obliques, okay, in an isometric hold, okay, which means the muscles switched on for a specific period of time. So again, side plank, abduction. Now, to make that a little bit harder, I can extend that into windmill side plank, okay? So I can hold this position, still with the abducted leg. This is also known as a Copenhagen windmill plank. We can have the arm extended, or we can just have it resting on the hips. It's not really going to make that much difference, okay? But again, we're using the same muscles, but we're just making it that little bit more challenging. So, what I'm going to introduce now is the band, okay? Now, the band, this is where we start to actually do upper body. We bring the upper body into it, okay, with a little bit of additional resistance. So, going back to the basic plank, we've got the side plank, okay, and we use the band for the single arm row. We can go into abducted position, making it slightly harder. And again, finishing off here, abduct the leg, side plank row. Now, the main reason for adding the band is again to create instability, to start training the lats as well, but more importantly is, if you notice, the leg that's under isometric tension is this hip, the shoulder that I'm rowing with is this side, okay? So now we've got opposing sides of the body working at the same time, okay? Which means I'm having to switch on here through the midsection to get these staying in a nice straight line with each other, okay? So I want to make sure everything's in line when I'm doing these exercises, so I'm not broken at the hip. I want to make sure my glutes are switched on, I want to make sure my quads are nice and tight, I want to make sure my tummy's tight. And then this hip and this shoulder, when I'm doing the row, I'm having to work, switch on here, but also actively use this lat as I do the row, okay? So that creates a new challenge in itself. But again, these are really good exercises to throw in at the end of a workout, just to work the core more specifically. And of course, go from easy versions to harder version. You then integrate the band when you feel that you can. But yeah, I use these a lot with clients and they're really good. Give it a go.